Hello and welcome to the STB Race League here for Season 23 British Grand Prix for the Tier 3 lovely grid here for the British Grand Prix here in Silverstone. A very wet Silverstone. It's drying up very, very slowly. Some people have gone out for back on intermediate, some people have opted to try and risk it and go onto slicks, and hopefully it dries up quickly. From what it would look like, it wasn't drying up very quickly. So we'll see how that runs out. And so I'm just signing up on these intermediates, so to go back on intermediates. But yeah, Callum, a very, very interesting end to this qualifying session. It could determine who gets the fastest lap times, not whether the slicks are fast, I don't know.
Yeah, we have to see if it dries up quick enough for these drivers on dries.
We'll see at the end of the session. But I got on board of now. There's Alpha Tower Romeo a bit slow through Luffield.
Yeah.
And it charges down here. I want to see what the grip looks like with Mad Max. It doesn't look great.
It doesn't.
Just looks like he's tiptoeing, isn't he? Yeah, I don't know about that. It's on Jamo, bit of a left, bit of a slide. Maybe I think it's just starting to come in the slicks, but it just seems like it's still a bit. Yeah, it's going to be a close one. It just looks, if it looks like it got some grip going, but it just doesn't look like the grip's fully there. It's a bit sloshy, I could say. We'll see the delta times. Maldi is, let's see what he goes through the second sector. He's 1.4 seconds up, so he's on for
he is, yeah.
Hold it. Jamo was 1.4 seconds down in the first sector. So this slicks looks like it's not the way to go. The Inters is the way to go. The Inters, you're going to go faster regardless. The slicks, you're not so sure. As the track gets faster here. Maldi taking a bit of ego, he's a bit of curb there.
Maldi's. We're going to come across the line. Well, it's provisional pole for Maldi. Well, Alpha Z's on the slicks and he's down on his time, so I don't think the slick tyres are the correct tyre here. So everyone who's actually gone out on Inters made the right decision, I think. As Matador's tired.
Yeah, Alpha C's on this. He's 8/10 down on the soft tyres.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone who's on the Inters have made the right decision. The drive, it's not dry enough.
1.6 seconds down.
Well, Sefa,
oh no, he's been mounted by 4/10 seconds. Yeah,
yeah,
obviously he's got the driest of the session. Most people.
We're looking at side effects now. He's one of the quicker drivers. Let's see what side effects can do, and it's P2.
22,000.
He's just he's just missed out on pole. Alpha Z's not improved. He's in the pits, and Sefa B's on pole, and it's side effects in P2.
Yeah,
just
barely was the way to go.
Missing out on pole there for side effects.
Yeah, obviously the slicks was the better tyre to go. It was not the best tyre to go on. Obviously it was drying, but it just wasn't drying quickly enough. We said it was about 3.2, was it? About 2.5 minutes to go. So obviously, even though we went back around the grid, it was still probably about, about 2 seconds slower. The Inters, but the thing is, on the Inters, you guarantee to go faster. On the slicks, you just can't guarantee it, can you? So the Inters was the better tyre to go for. And obviously, the later they ran it, the person doing their lap, obviously, you're going to get the fastest track conditions. Which I think what Sefa and Side Effects managed to do. People like Maldi went out a little bit earlier. Obviously, didn't quite get the fastest of the track conditions, but still got their big advantage over it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very interesting qualifying there. Some people got caught out there.
Yes.
Just trying to take the risk. It didn't quite work out. But here is your qualifying grid then for this Tier 3 British Grand Prix. I'm going to quickly, if the countdown doesn't go, I'm going to quickly look at the stream, make sure everything's working. Yes, I think it seems to be good in the hood. So we're going to do the rundown here. Sefa B, pole position here by 22,000 seconds to Side Effects alongside him in the front row. Henry, new driver for today, P3 for him. Mick Tendo, P4, Maldi P5. Kyra P6, I think new driver as well. Alpha Z P7, Yilmaz P8, Avenue P9, Yama P10, Aaron Rafita P11, Mad Max P12, Chaos P13, Hossein Kazoli P14, Parallel P15, Matador P16, Lotto P17, Sam P18, Juan P19, and
Inter will be P20.
Yeah, he never set a lap. I think he went out on softs, I think. And never
Yeah, and he
actually
didn't
worked
cross
out.
the line
Yeah.
quick enough.
It is cloudy though, but it did say it would be dry though. So yeah.
Yeah, only 18% chance of rain, which means it won't
No.
rain, I'm pretty sure.
Unless if it doesn't rain later on in the race. Because it was similar sort of thing yesterday where it was cloudy at the start and it got rain towards the end.
Yeah. Well, in terms of strategy, what would we be looking for tier
Hards,
3 drivers
mediums.
to do?
Well, it's the same two guys.
Yeah,
What
most
tier?
of
It's
them.
just depends
Well,
on how much
I think
knowledge
that's
you
the optimal strategy, hard mediums. for
hard mediums.
Silverstone,
And obviously, if you're on the hards, you can either pit early onto the mediums and try and get an undercut,
yeah,
or you can try and stretch it, go onto the softs, or maybe get lucky with a safety car and get a free pit stop onto the soft tyres or the mediums, depending on when it comes out. So it's I think it was, I saw obviously I did a race on Saturday around Britain, and also some people stayed up to like up 18 on hards, and they got a safety car came out and it put them both into the lead. They were like down in at 9th or something. So obviously that is the case. Obviously no formation laps. We're going to get straight into this. It's 5 lights.
Oh, yeah.
Max has got a drive-through penalty for speed, drive-through jump start.
Yeah, that's...
And it's lights out and away we go. I need to get all the thingsy ups as we go into turn 1 now. Through turn 1, is there going to be any collisions? There's some cars going a bit wide. There's a Red Bull, I think, maybe going a little bit wide there.
Yeah,
it all seems to be cleanly. Through turn 1.
It's all clear on turn 1.
It's almost 3 wide there. Through there's some passes having a bit of a moment towards the back there. As
Yeah,
they
the
all
two
navigate
drivers.
through the loop. As they all go now,
Oh,
charging down the
Pirlos.
hangar, Wellington straight. Yep, some management going with STB and Henry. Henry's diving up the inside.
Oh, yeah, Henry.
Of Cephas. He's had a good start here. Sadafax has had a poor start here. He's on the hards, trying to get the tyre compounds up. Henry's on the mediums. He's now got through on Cepha on the hards. McTendo's also on the mediums.
Better tyres.
Sadafax and Maldi on the hards. So we've got a bit of mixture, mostly on the hards, but some gone for the mediums.
Most hards.
Yeah.
Oh, Lotto's going for a move on Chaos.
Look at the speed. Look at McTendo. Oh, it's going to be close.
Oh, yeah, McTendo.
Come on, no, he must be using a bit of lower wings. I think he was using quite low wings in Japan as well. He loves those low wings. Kind of takes off some me, I think.
Maldi, though, yes. I know Maldi uses your setups.
Yeah. As they all seem to
been a clean
wobble
start
through. Red Bull
for him on the
look
first
inside.
lap.
He's hit the back of the Ferrari of Henry there. Almost a little bit of a touch with side effects that was. As Maldi just continues to look on Maldi, I think it's hoping for an instant. There's a couple of crashes. Santa Matador and the F1X guys.
drivers having
as Matador has reset to the track. That's a 5-second time penalty to his name.
Yeah, 5 seconds for him.
Mad Max is in the pit as Juan takes in a very weird route as he takes that parallel.
Oh, Pirlo, no.
Yeah, there's contact. There's a bit of confusing ghosting, I think, that was going on there between the two. But let's get back on the leaders. Don't want to get too distracted here.
Yep.
McTendo leads away and Embry. Both on the McTendo. Yeah. Henry on P2 on both on the mediums in the top 2 now. So it's medium tyres just giving that extra bit of punchiness at the start of this race. But I'm sure the hards will come into play probably around lap 10, where the hards really start to reel the mediums back in again.
If there's a safety car, the hard runners would be wanting to go long to this race.
The thing is, with the mediums in this first thing, it makes it very a difficult situation. Do you pit early and avoid before they get more of an undercut? But the thing is, if you're on the mediums now, do you want to go short, and then get an undercut, or do you want to stretch these mediums out as much as you can? And have fresher tyres towards the end on the hards, because obviously the mediums, these guys in the hards, we try and pit as early as can to get on those mediums, which is the faster tyre, and do more laps on a better tyre. But the problem is with the mediums, if you're doing the first stints, if you stretch the tyres longer, you're going to be very vulnerable to the undercut, and the undercut's very powerful around here. So it just means that when you're on the mediums, you're going to do less laps on the better tyre. But the thing is, if you can gain that advantage, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
Well, yeah, of course,
As now Alpha C sets the last lap of the race, he's down in.
Yeah, sure.
Very even, is he?
He's down
P6.
in P6.
I thought he was a bit higher up, I think, actually, but I think he lost a few places because he was on one of the slicks in qualifying, wasn't he? DRS open for now for these drivers. It's lap 3 already.
It's just been clean so far.
I'm predicting Sant to be lapped by lap 10.
Sorry, Sam. Or the F1 drivers, isn't it?
Right, yeah, remember, Emery's one of the new drivers here, but it looks like he's really fighting for this win here, which is Maldi not happy for. I'm pretty sure Maldi will not be happy with another driver to be fighting for the lead.
And he was saying that his pace isn't that great around here, so not that good for Maldi. After Feature's gone wide, Lotto's going to look to get past him, and he has.
Yeah, as it's going to not quite able to enrich on that, as Kyra seems lost position to Jamo here. Jamo seems to got a better exit through Megas and Beckett and Chapel. Jamo takes quite a wide line through there. Might not be the greatest line, you might want to take Kyra must be an entry, just carry some more downforce. So it's far by side here with Stefan and Henry.
Oh, yeah.
Rafita takes a time penalty.
Rafita's the first person to get a penalty.
Rafita, sorry, not Rafita. Emery managed to hold on for now. Jamo passes up of the race, down in P7. He's probably used a little bit of overtake. Oh, the side by side, Stefan's back up the inside of Emery. There was a little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact there. As Maldi's made a mistake. Maldi's made a mistake. Oh, and Kyra's pushed him off the circuit, and he's lost another place and another place.
Oh no, Maldi. Maldi again not having a good race here. He's been very unlucky in the
Emery here. They can't fight too hard because McTendo's going to take advantage of this and pull away. They can't lose DRS to McTendo.
They can't lose McTendo.
That's the problem with Britain. You can't fight too hard, because otherwise you end up losing
more
than
you just
you're
lose
gaining.
DRS.
Yeah, you just ruin each other's races here. Assuming they've lost 4 or 5 times. Oh, and Sanox goes through Cepha as well. Yeah. Now, so McTendo, he can pull away now. As soon as you get out of DRS. There's contact, and it's gone. Side effects has made a big oopsie there.
Side effects, he has. And there goes the Ferrari.
Yeah, he's off positions and then he goes round. Side effects. That was. I think that was his fault. I think he stuck up the inside and just took his nose in there.
That was risky. Going for that. I don't.
Yeah, it's clumsy.
Need to do that. Yeah.
It was something.
There's no need for that.
Yeah, you know what happens when you go side by side for next and back. It's gonna be an instant, unless you're really gonna trust each other with it. But even so, you lose time anyway. So I don't know why you try to bother to.
Well, and that's Avni and Maldi getting in some sort of.
The thing is, why make the move for Megan and Beckett and Chapel when you can just DRS him down the straight anyway? If the tank straight, a side by side goes for Fita and Avni. Oh, a bit of wheel-to-wheel contact there.
I saw Maldi and Avni actually. They made contact, which caused Avni to lose positions. We got Lotto as well. Yep. Sort of trying to get past, and that's Rory made a mistake.
Actually, he's got past Kyra. Obviously, Kyra was ahead in the DRS zone, DRS detection, which means he didn't have DRS, which means Hussein Ghazali was able to use DRS to hold position.
We have got Kyra and Maldi fighting, though. Yeah,
this is going to be. Maldi's not going to be happy with him now. Maldi's going to do anything to push him off now. Oh, and he's done it. He's pushed off the circuit. Yeah, told you. I told you Maldi wouldn't take that no prisoners after that instant.
They can't battle because they're losing DRS side effects.
Yeah, as a kind of cut. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Kyra.
It's an absolute second for Kyra.
I think he might got a warning from Maldi.
Was it Kyra? I'm not sure.
Kyra
or Kyra?
I just read it's Kyra. Kyra. Kyra.
Well, yeah, Hussein and Maldi. That's Maldi getting past Hussein. Anyway.
If it's Kyra, I think it'd be CKY.
Actually, yeah, it would be.
Well, it makes more sense anyway. I don't know, the English language is very confusing.
Yeah.
But yeah, now Maldi's now 2 seconds behind side effects. That is... The thing is, it's not about whether he's faster than side effects. It's whether he's faster than Cepha.
If you lose DRS, it's very difficult to catch up. Catch back up to the drivers in front. Unless
you've got the pace to catch back up. But the thing is, if you're leading this train, and it's a Cepha, you've got to make sure you don't get Alpha Z alongside you, because he just hurt. Cepha B just needs to dig down and get himself back in that DRS.
Because Nintendo to be very consistent at the moment in that
Yeah.
P1 spot. So
Like I say, you got to take advantage when you got it. That's what you want to do is make a mistake, and then soon you Seth is back in DRS, you can't shake him back off again.
yeah,
Jamo's off the circuit there, and then you can get away with it if you go wide for the cop, especially if you take it off a bit wider. But not
you can
something
avoid
do,
getting a warning.
Yeah, but you don't want to be too often because otherwise you might risk getting a warning anyway. But yeah, Jamo.
Oh, that's Rowdy! He's lost a few positions.
He's lost position back to Cairo again. He's now under fire from
Cairo,
Sky Inter, but Sky Inter doesn't have DRS.
Sky Inter's gone from last to P10.
Yeah, well, there's been a few collisions in there. The max physical time penalty. But yeah, if you've obviously of collisions, obviously been about 4 or 5 cars that have been spanned, so that's 5 places already.
Yeah.
Plus, he's definitely quicker than some of the cars behind him. So it kind of makes sense.
He has used a lot of his DRS.
It's definitely one of the closer races of Tier 3. Not as spread out as normal as like other like Japan that everyone.
Obviously, we do have gaps, but they're not as
like
extreme,
Japan. It will spread it out like it just like melted.
Jeddah was a mess as well, I think.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly.
Melda's taking a very interesting line through there. Yep, Hassan Kazoy is now 2.1 behind this group ahead, so it's really how much it's really hurting these guys.
Tender's doing well though, in that at the moment.
Yeah, he's actually lost a couple of tenths. Yeah, flags. It's Matador Mad Max, I think, had a collision at the loop.
Yeah.
I don't think Mad Max is going to be happy with
How does he struggle in it?
Well, it's
really struggling.
Yeah, I think Mario might be a little bit rattled after that incident.
He's actually about to get overtaken by the Haas.
Yeah,
no,
so you need to stay within DRS. It's crucial. As soon as he loses that DRS, that's it. He's a complete sitting duck.
Yeah.
Especially if you're having that pace, you need to get back within 1 second here, which he has managed to. But he also needs to hope that Hussein Kazoida is not losing time to Yilmaz. But Yilmaz is losing time to side effects, so he's just outside
the
DRS,
everyone's,
I think.
Yeah.
He might just got back within it, I think. But it's so important, like I say, to get with the DRS. I remember, I think it was season 21, I think it was. Whether it was a little... Oh, Maudi almost loses it through the loop there.
At a moment there.
Yeah, it was more than a moment. Maudi's now trying to... He's got DRS himself, but Inter's got the overspeed. It's got close into drift line a little bit.
That's very close.
Oh, yeah. Maudi survives another corner.
I don't know if he's sure a battle match because they knew needs to stay in DRS.
Yeah, as Kyra has lost some more time to Yilmaz here, it's just not good for them.
Yeah.
Especially as now Jamo and Yilmaz have caught up a little bit more.
Yeah,
to the group. The side effects is now getting closer to Alpha Z here. So I just realised Alpha C's 2 seconds behind Sefa, and Sefa's now within DRS of Nintendo. Those medium hards, I think, are just starting to come in now. The softs are just starting to struggle a little bit more now.
Yep.
Side effects for an Alpha Z. So Kazoi's been contacted.
Oh, that's Aston Martin. That's Kyra.
Kyra and Kazoi.
Was there contact with Hussein? Hussein's in the pit, so I think there was contact between those two.
And he still got a 5 second time penalty. He even took it slowly, and he still didn't do it. There's been a spin, I think that was Rafita.
It is quite difficult to slow down. It's one of the slower pit.
Yeah, it's one of those things you just got to get below 37, stick the pit limit on, then floor it.
Yeah.
And it will obviously limit the speed. But I've just checked, make sure he's not. I don't think it is. I think it's just a really early stop. It is, yeah, no foot wing change, just a really early stop.
Yeah.
Juan's in, but he's on the hard, so that's not a scheduled pit stop.
Right, well, Juan's obviously...
Pirlo span again.
Pirlo's pirouetted. That's not very surprising.
Juan seems like it is a foot wing change, so there's been a collision somewhere.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's obviously one of the back markers.
Maul is now 2.9 seconds behind this next group now. It was 2 seconds. So
yeah, we got Maudi, Inter and Avni all close, bunched up here. So
Sefa's now right up McKenna's trumpet. Oh, McTenno's lost the rear through Chapel, and that's going to give Cypher nice moment. McTenno's trying to use his battery, but DRS is just no match down that straight.
Yeah.
And he gets past it. McTenno takes a lot past, but that's the thing. You need to take a lot of speed. It's quite an early apex run now. If you take a low wide apex,
we got Avni and Inter's. Well, Inter's gone wide.
Side by side with Jamo and Yilmaz. I think these guys had moments before as Jamo mounts that inside curb and has to let go of that position.
Yeah, he does. That's Jamo down to P6.
But that has put Martin now within 2.3 of them. Yilmaz might be out of DRS here. If it doesn't, it might go away with it with a later braking. Yeah, McTenna now on the.
Avni's gone wide and Inter's now challenging him.
Yeah, I think he's
back up the inside.
Oh yes, outside into the two Ferrari engine cars. It's going to both of DRS here from Maldi. Oh, around the outside goes Anthony. Can he make the moves a bit wide? Might be one. Oh, there's contact there. A little bit of touchies.
Oh yeah.
With Anthony's front wheel and Skynton's rear wheel.
They're still side by side.
Still side by side. Yeah. It's going to be about half a lap at this point. I think one of them's surely going to back out here. Surely the Haas will. Yeah, he does. He's going to switch back move, maybe.
He's going to get a switch back. He's uses ERS.
So
no, he's using down by. Oh, okay. Yeah. He had to back out with it otherwise.
But now Anthony has DRS.
Would have gone wrong.
Sefa is back past McTendo. McTendo got past him briefly. Sound effects and Yema's back side by side again. Oh, a bit of pushing off there. Sound effects now down. And McTendo and Sefa are still fighting it. And they're both having moments. They're both losing a lot of time with these battles here. Both lost about 7-8 tenths there, just from that battle there. The gap was like 2.6. It's now 1.7 between Sefa and Alpha.
It was, yeah.
Sound effects side by side. I think through the turn one, I think they got away with it. I didn't really see the side by side, but there was position changes going through turn one.
And well, side effects down to P6, but he's going to want to get back past Jamo.
Yeah.
So
I think McTenno's got enough pace to get moved back past him, but those mediums are not quite.
Yeah, McTenno seems to have pace here, but.
Oh, we're running out.
Obviously, that DRS is so important.
Yeah, they're really hurting each other right now. These guys are able to catch back up. You got down 1.4.
Yeah, Maldi's also now making his way back up.
Yeah, all these battles, it's just closes everyone back in. That's the thing with Silverstone. It's one of those tracks where you battle, you lose a lot of time.
You lose, yeah.
It's because Silverstone's all about carrying speed, but as soon as you're side by side, you lose 20-30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of time you're going to lose, and then you'll lose that all the way down the straight. It's just one of those tracks. Sound effects is now right out the back of. Oh. Okay.
Oh, wait, was there lag on your screen?
I think side effects just had maybe having some sort of screen freeze. He's gone wide. It's almost like an AI to control his car.
Oh, is it? Yeah, that was weird. I'm not sure what's happened there.
No, he's gone.
Side effects is he's lagged out. I think that's what's happened.
Cool. Red Bulls, Chaos has had a moment for Megan and Beckett, so
right, well, we'll get him back in.
If this only happened in real life. Red Bulls having moments.
Yeah. We'll invite back.
Sefa is already on the back of Sant. It's now lap 12, so almost lap 10. But I wasn't too far off. Still within the first slots, and yet Sant's being laps ready. He's 30 seconds off the next
Maldi's catch up to Jamo.
I don't say so. The gap was like 1.4, wasn't it? Then again, there was side effects behind Jamo, wasn't it? So it would have made the gap bigger, wouldn't it?
Actually, yeah, it was true.
So yeah, actually, it probably has gained on him. It's just because obviously side effects was in between them two. But Jamo and stuff, I think now lost DRS on Yamaz and Alpha Z, and that's going to hurt Jamo, I think. So I don't think Jamo's got the pace to keep up with these guys.
Well, yeah. I mean, Jamo has been struggling this season, so
yeah. Because remember Tier 1, Crooken was obviously not going to be as quick as I think it was Bowers, or was it Supply Raptor? I can't remember. I think it was Supply Raptor actually.
Supply Raptor was really fast.
Yeah, and Crooken was basically right behind him, but as soon as Crooken lost DRS, suddenly I've gone from being half a second now so and slower than Crooken to being same pace. So DRS makes a difference, especially if behind faster. Alpha C got cheeky DRS off.
Maybe somebody drivers would be looking to pit now for mediums.
Maybe. they want to pit now, try and get an undercut on these hards, because there's sometimes these hard runners might pit earlier.
Yeah, Alpha Z's in.
Yeah, he's on the mediums, isn't he? So he's in the box.
He's beyond to the hards.
Honestly,
Alpha Z.
Some of the hard runners could have pitted this lap, because we did see that in Tier 1 and Tier 2. But obviously that 13
it would still be
optimal time.
Tyres would still be fine, but obviously they're going to want to get on the mediums.
As early as you can, like I say. Just get the undercut and just be on the fast tyre for longer.
Yeah.
But I think expecting some people to be pitting in this lap.
There you go, that side fits has rejoined. Tyre fits has lost so much time as well. That's a shame for him.
Yeah, so Tendo's still on the back of Sefer here. It's really important for Tendo if he stays behind him. But he might want to start thinking of pitting this lap.
Yeah, if I was Mick Tendo, I'd probably pit right now.
And if Sefer pits, you've got to follow him in, because otherwise he's just going to get on you. Especially if you're going to be in the hard tie, you need to hop behind him. DRS opens from Tendo. When he make a move, it's about to be behind. Sefer's used to an overtake. Sefer's obviously putting a slap, but he wouldn't be using that overtaking if it wasn't.
He would be, yeah.
So, no, he's not. I thought he would have pitted that lap.
I thought he would have as well, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking when he's dumping his pack to make a dive into the pits. Clearly not.
Avni is in.
So McTendo's going long on his tyres. I think it's just.
So Avni, that's into an Avni in the pits for mediums. So they're obviously.
If this was Tier 1,
the top pits is in as well.
If it's Tier 1, about 75% of the lobby would have pitted off the grid would have pitted from the hards by now onto the mediums. Just I think it's Tier 3 guys stick with what it says, but I think the Tier 1s are always trying to get undercut on each other. There's been a collision, I think.
Flags.
It's Aston Martin, I think.
Is that K-Rower?
Hussein Kazoi's crashed by himself. Keira and Lotto.
Lotto has been involved in an incident. Yeah.
Neither of them have got any sort of significant damage, so. Right.
No. So, they've already just had a little bit of a contact.
So, yeah.
So, let's see if Sefer and Mick Tendo are going to pit this up.
Should do. I mean, saying that now, we're just losing time at this rate. Especially for people like Sefer. You want to get on those mediums as quickly as possible. Will they pit? Sefer stays up. Mick Tendo is continuing.
I wonder why.
I wonder if Mick Tendo is going to try and medium softs here.
He's surely losing time by staying out at this point.
I think Mick Tendo is wanting to go for the softs, I think. The problem is now, those mediums
lost around here, do they?
The problem is now, it's all about that cliff. When does McTender hit that cliff on those tyres? Because you hit the cliff around that mid 60%.
Yeah.
There's a cliff, and your tyres drop off. He's got to be careful he doesn't get through that.
Well, maybe it's because the tyre wears fine at the moment. I don't know.
Yeah, before he goes on softs, he's got to make it at least lap 20, lap 16 before he pits. Otherwise, you just be sitting ducking.
Well, those softs are going to be dead at the end.
Yeah, they only last like about 8 9 laps around here. 10 laps max.
Yeah, well, Maudi's in.
Yeah, so mediums.
And Maudi's been undercut by. Oh no, he hasn't been undercut by Inter.
No.
So
Inter's behind, right behind him. So yeah, Maudi didn't quite get undercutted there. Avni also right behind him.
That's quite lucky for Maudi. Like.
Maudi just needs to hold that chaos pits before he catches him up.
Yeah, I mean chaos is also just on a slower driver, so Maudi does not want to be behind him. Obviously, he's just going to lose time behind chaos.
His anchor's right. Oh, he's bending down straight.
Oh, okay, great.
Get on the tarmac first, then start accelerating. Don't start accelerating on the grass and spin yourself around again. It's not fun, it's not clever. Oh, my 10 5-second time penalty, speed in the pit lane.
Oh! Oh, that's not good for him.
Yeah, might just follow him in. What tyre does McTender go on to? 10 mediums for the McLaren.
Oh, and Maudi's getting overtaken by the Haas.
Nintendo onto set.
Audi's been overtaken.
That's gonna be one quick Williams. That's gonna be one quick Williams now on those soft tyres.
Oh yeah, there you go. There's Nintendo into set the fastest lap. Also, he has been able to get past Maldi as well. So
yeah, a bit of DRS has helped him. So like the moment takes it.
Oh yeah. Sidefet's disconnecting has cost him so much time.
Yeah,
here, though.
It's basically backed him out the whole blocking of the last second sector, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it also costs a bit of desync as well.
Is Maldi going to try and overtake? No, it doesn't.
He's got to play it to cover. If he's going to make the overtake, it's got to be a simple DRS pass. It doesn't make him lose any time.
And it also helps him catch up to Yilmaz because they don't have DRS on Yilmaz.
And if both of them really have brains, they should really work together to try and catch up to Yilmaz.
The hash has gone wide actually.
Not sure what I'm going to be doing on fresh tyres, to be honest.
Yeah, just let him pass.
But now you into DRS.
Oh, maybe he's played that strategically. He's going to have DRS on Maldi now.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's just going to get straight past Maldi, isn't he? He is.
Yeah, but he's probably still lost time by doing so. And then I'm going to the other side, he's just going to lose some time now. Lotto is pitted.
Lotto's in there.
You might actually get a warning coming into the pits. I'm not sure how that's happened. As Maldi and Anthony have had a bit of a moment.
Oh! Yep, he's lost time. Maldi's so unlucky at the moment.
The wild card's pitting Jamo. He's just coming to pits it. He's been undercutted by Maldi.
Jamo's been undercut massively.
Yeah, that's what happens when you've been undercutted by 2 or 3 laps. That's massive.
Yeah.
And he's going to put on the softs. Nintendo really needs to make some moves.
Well, Nintendo's going to be rapid on those softs, but he has got a 5-second penalty.
He's got to make the moves now. Oh, he's just absolutely mugged Alpha Z here. Up the inside through Luffield. That's what 2 extra laps of tyres
on hard, so...
Yeah, 4 lap old hards versus basically 1 lap old softs. That's over a second lap difference. A little bit more difficult. 2 lap old mediums in front of him now. He's got to make these overtakes now. And try and pull a gap before those tyres up to drop off, which will be in about 3 or 4 laps time.
See, Nintendo
Hussein's retired in the pit lane.
Yeah, that's in the pit lane. I feel like Hussein always DNFs. News races. But
Sant was going about 2 miles an hour into the pit lane and still got a drive through. I still got a feed here. I saw him, he was going about 20 miles an hour before even about.
Is that why there was yellows in sector 3?
No, because of because of retiring as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
well, Stan's been lapped, so
he was going so slow before even the pit lane limiter, and then somehow managed to speed in the pit lane. Maybe we've got to limits wrong.
I guess.
Yeah, I just don't know how he's gone that slow, that early, and still managed to speed. I don't know, he just baffled me. Maldi, is he going to try and make a pass on into here? DRS, we've got to watch out. We've got Anthony behind
DRS, him. Of course. So
up the inside he goes. He's going to make it simple and.
I think he's getting moved on.
Yep. Just get it done, get it sorted. Sky to just back out for now. If somebody fights it, you can fight another day. Battling just because you win the battle doesn't mean the war is lost. Obviously, just back out for now. Make a move later on. No point fighting, scrapping out and losing time. It's like I say, you got to do it. The overtakes have got to be efficient around it. Gap to Maldi and Koyama is now 3.8, which is the biggest it's been. Nintendo is now past Cepho. I've actually missed that.
Oh, yeah.
Now he needs to build a gap here. He needs to try and get out DRS, but it's about whether he's already used some of that tyres already.
No, they stood Maldi and Inter are still battling, but he lets it go. We also got Jamo catching up to Maldi, Avni, and Inter as well.
Yeah, it's battles. Even though it's not massively costing them time, it's still trickling some time loss.
Yeah.
What's present with Jamo? It's just got some good
Oh,
pace.
Maudi's lost a rear through that section of the track about 3 times now. Nothing. He doesn't like sector 1, I think Maudi does.
Can be a difficult part of the sector, and he's got a penalty.
Oh, yeah.
So he's got Rocklands there. Easy
Nah,
to
it's
do
gonna
when you're
hurt him
pushing
even
too
more.
hard.
Yeah.
Sefa just needs to do what he needs to do now. Stick behind Nintendo. You can do that for the rest of the race if he wants to. He's got a 5 time.
Obviously, he has to remember that Nintendo's tyres are going to die off at the end. So, he's always going to catch back up.
Nintendo's got a 5 second penalty anyway, but...
Oh, actually, Yormaz has got past Alpha Z.
Yeah, he's on 3 lap faster mediums, so... Minton Maldia making side through Stowe here.
Yeah,
oh, Manny's squeezed it off a little bit. Manny's got ultra defensive. As Anthony just drove himself off the track there. And Jamo breezes past Anthony. Yeah, Sefa, he just needs to hop behind Nintendo here. He can either just drive to the end behind him, but it won't be very satisfying, and he might risk Yama's catching up towards the end as Nintendo's tyres fall off. Or Sefa can then pass him while Nintendo's tyres die and make a move and avoid any risk of Yama's overtaking him.
Yeah. Obviously, it's a Ferrari. Is that Rafita getting lapped?
Most likely it is, yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Juan's in the pits again. He's done 11 laps on his mediums, so he's probably just coming in from the softs towards the end.
Set of softs, yeah.
I mean, he could have probably got his tyres at the end. Could have.
He could have, but he wasn't going to finish the points anyway.
So, obviously he's dropped off from the Yamaz.
Jamo is going to try and
Sefa's made a move on Nintendo here, and he's now leading the race.
Oh, it's only 3 wide between
Ninteno's-
Jamo, Maudi and
Nintendo's
Inter. It's only
back
3
up
wide.
inside, and he's got a move bit done on Sefa. Yeah, this battles always happen at the same time. Nothing happens for that lap, and then two things happen at the same time. Nintendo's back past Sefa here. Showing the whole position.
After he dropped off.
If I was Nintendo now, I'll just let Sefa through and just basically just hook onto the back of him.
Yeah. Oh,
she's
Maudi
losing time
Jamo.
here.
Jamo's hit the back of Maudi.
Yeah, these guys are in the same party, so Maudi's going to be raving at him.
He's going to be fuming that. He's going to be saying to Jamo, let's try not to battle. But Jamo, he wants to get past Maudi. He's going to try going down the inside.
Oh, don't make this any harsher. Maudi's already got a decent time penalty, but Jamo probably wants to get past Maudi to protect himself from Sky Inter.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
and
gone
Jamo,
wise, yeah.
I
Hope he
don't
can
know
get a warning for that.
He wanted to avoid a warning through there.
Let's get ourselves on Sefa, see if he wants to make a move back on Nintendo here. Do DRS the slipstream. No attempt at overtaking.
No temper.
Jamo, he's got the battery, Maudi's got no battery.
Yeah, it's Jamo. Maudi's got none yet. And Jamo, there goes Jamo.
Yeah, so the one who's got through. Jamo has got 2 lap fast tyres as well. Maudi, well, he's got a penalty, so now Jamo can pick a penalty himself, and Maudi can make him move back past. Jamo's got that better tyres, so we'll see how that goes now. I think it's Maudi now. He could finish.
Jamo's probably going to get DRS from Rafita.
Maudi's going to finish part P8 of this race. Because obviously he's going to get passed by Inter and Anthony, both on penalties.
Yeah, he is.
So Maudi's
had another race where Maudi's got a great race.
Yeah, Maudi needs to hope on using around everyone else now to get a penalty themselves. So
Rafita gets out of the way.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Back up inside goes
Maudi's
Maudi.
back up the inside of Jamo actually. He's back up the inside. And he's got the move back on Jamo. but
And yeah,
I'm not sure Jamie wanted that as Maldi has
it's
a
closed
penalty.
up massively. These guys have been battling in front. It's helped Yilmaz get in front here, as Pirlo's managed to crash down the hanger straight somehow.
Great, well done, Pirlo.
Have you binned
That's
it
just
that
Pirlo
far? That's halfway
things.
down the straight, that is.
It is, but that's just Pirlo things, I think. I don't sure what's going on there, but
took his own line through that. As is Mad Max making a move on Chaos here for
yeah.
P13.
These two.
These guys on soft tyres. These guys decided to take a bit longer.
Yeah.
Chairman's making a move on Maldi back into Stowe.
Yeah,
same move as last time.
Maldi's just not going to be able to gain anything from battling with Jamo, so I'm not sure.
Yeah,
why.
I think Maldi's just trying to push him to a penalty or something.
He could.
It's always a possibility.
Yeah.
No.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Alpha Z, no, not sorry, Alpha Z. Sorry, Yilmaz has got right back up to these two leaders.
Yeah, so he's using his goblin, and his tyres are going to be dropping off as well.
Yilmaz is going to be on better tyres compared to Nintendo.
And Sefa, he's on one up younger tyres. Not massive, but it was something. McTendo's obviously got, even if Yilmaz gets past Sefa and Sefa's still behind McTendo, it gives Yilmaz the win. This does.
Yeah, McTendo's penalty is really costing him here.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to lose a couple of tenths just to make sure you can be extra safe. And obviously, McTendo really trying to optimise the braking into that pit lane. That's why I say as soon as you get, basically, you should just turn it on as soon as you enter the pit lane and brake, and then it's already on. When it's accelerating again, as Sefa's going around the outside,
quite
Sefa make it stick there. McTendo's tyres are still hanging on nicely for now.
Well, I think they are going to die off in the next 1 or 2 laps, so they definitely will. So
Pirlo, he's just reset the track.
That's Pirlo getting in the way.
Leaders, yeah.
Well done, Pirlo. Really good, that.
Sefa's up the inside of McTendo into turn 3.
Ooh.
Just round the loop he goes, around the outside of the loop. And he gets the move. Not done on McTendo. He's not got DRS.
No, but they're side by side, so
McTendo's using some overtake here. Alpha Z's still on a sharp podium here. He's on the edge of 5 seconds of McTendo. So,
yeah, also it's going to be quicker towards the end, on the last 2 laps, because McTendo's tyres.
Alpha C's on 11 uphold hard, so his tyres are going to come later on in the race. Gap's about 4.8, I think, at the moment, so it's close. The thing is, these guys are DRSing each other, but Alpha Z, he's all himself.
He's just in the middle of nowhere, sort of. He's just in no man's land, really, Alpha Z. So, we'll see if the Jamo Maldi battle still continues, as Maldi's probably going to still get past him. With the DRS.
Yeah, man, there's lock on. McTendo's being mowed by both of them. McTendo's trying to move. Oh, there's a bit of contact there. Oh, it's going to be 3 wide. Oh, it's been a collision. Yilmaz has been round.
Yilmaz has been spun.
McTendo takes the lead back. Sefa's just like, yeah, you just go past. You've got a 5 second time penalty.
That was, who was at fault there? I'm not.
I mean, McTendo, I think, was right up his chuff, but I think McTendo was moving right in front of him. It's a difficult one to say.
I don't.
Yilmaz was moving quite a lot, and there was a lot of, I could say, cheese grating with the front wing and the rear diffuser. So it's difficult to say. And
ultimately, Yilmaz is round.
Yeah, and that's Juan. Oh, it's Kyra.
And that's Kyra.
He spinned it at the Hampton Straight. But it's too late for a safety car. I hope people have put in fuel in their cars. A lot of people seem to be
I don't think we're going to repeat in Japan. I think everyone's going to be fine.
I think a lot of people will probably put overlap of fuel.
Something's not really bad on fuel.
Britain, you probably can get away with half of fuel. So a lot of people probably a little bit extra. Then again, if you put practice in, you'll know how much fuel you need.
Oh, Maldi's gone wide.
We had a bit of a battle with Jamo again. In there, Maldi might have a bloody warning to move if he's got the evidence to do so. But very rarely you get warnings removed. It's normally just straight up penalties.
Oh, yeah.
But
He's going to get past Jamo.
Yeah, Maldi's got a bit of much overtake though, which means it's a little bit more difficult to get past, even with the RS, because he's a little low on his RS. But Jamo's got a really good run back into the Vale chicane. He's back out. He backs out of that. He is no Theo.
Yeah.
Seffer, I think he might just take the second place here, across the line, take the victory with a penalty. Unless he wants to cheeky get it towards the end and take the pride of actually winning the race.
I think he keep it. I think he will keep it safe.
I think he will just get the DRS and through down the hanger straight, overtake him, and then he's won the race legitimately. Then I think it's just an extra prize.
But I remember it was Austria, Tier 3, when Nintendo was just behind me because I had a penalty, and he binned it on the last lap, and I ended up winning. So I'm not maybe not staying behind is not the best.
It's the same thing with Luther when he won the Austrian Grand Prix in season 13, and me and Eke crashed down the main straight towards turn 4. Same thing with that. We were both leading and we crashed, and neither of us finished in the top 5. So anything can happen. Before we know it, Stefan McTenna might crash into the Angus, caught into through Stowe.
Yeah, it'll be your massive win.
But look at how much EOS Stefan's got compared to McTenna. It's going to be an easy overtake. This is no competition needed. Yet no collision is going to be in between them.
Oh, and that's Jamo. Jamo's got off. And that's good. He's going to get pressurised now.
Yeah, he's got Jason Maldy. Look at the straight.
But look how slow Maldy is.
Right outside Maldy goes. Oh, and a bit of collision with Jamo.
Jamo's round. Oh no,
he's held it. Yeah, and Jamo's dived up the inside of the sky into his active position. And there's 2 more collisions, and he's got back through.
In there.
Oh, that's a bit of a cheese. And McTenna does lose the podium because of that battle. Obviously, he's managed to get within 5 seconds of him. Jamo P5, Maldy, like I said, P8. I did say that. Into P6, Avenue P7, Sandrex P9. After all of that, Henry, after that collision towards the start of the race, he's down in P10. I think they could be happy with that. Lotto P11, Max P12. Oh yeah, the party's not in, right? Only in.
Why is he?
Sky into. I don't know why you're in here because you're not. Oh, he's left. Okay, he's just on the party there, but he's not in the podium, so he will not be getting podium interviews anyway. He can do what he wants. He's not going to interview. No matter how many times I pleaded for a podium interview, even though I wasn't even on the podium. Just waiting for the last cars to cross the line now. And that's the last car to cross the line. Along the side.
Of course, it's a battle.
Well, at least they didn't get laps, so that's something. I think that race was alright. It's pretty decent.
It was good for Tier 3. It was nice. It was quite good.
I was hoping for a little bit more, but I think a lot of battles were kind of like on-off situation. Just alright, give you a bit of a break, but I'll take that. It wasn't too bad of a race. I'd say a solid 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Sky into driver of the day? I don't even know who's going to be driver of the day, to be honest.
Well, he started last and he finished.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
So.
Yep, here are your podium sitters, podium finishers. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Words just frazzle out my brain like nothing. Yeah, so Seffer wins. Obviously, I've won it on track in the end. Obviously, I think so. Like I say, I think
he was
one
of
the
Nintendo's penalty, but he did.
Yeah, I think he's just done that and gone. Yeah, well, it was easy to take anyway. It's not like he was not going to take it.
It would have been, yeah.
So, obviously, nice win there for him. Obviously, going to be no interviews. I can interview Seffer's Alpha Z though, because he has gone on the podium.
Yeah. We can get in Alpha Z pie.
But let's get his rundown sorted before we can get an interview from him.
Oh yeah.
Seffer B is your Tier 3 British Grand Prix winner here at Silverstone. P1 for him. Yama's P2 coming late at the end. Obviously with a bit of an instant moment with actually no, I'm thinking of into Mount Jamo, aren't I? Alpha Z obviously P3, McTenna obviously leading that race most of the time. That drive, that's what a fast container does. It gets you from a win to a loss of podium. Jamo P5, I think you might be quite happy with that. It's going to P6.
It would be, yeah.
Alfred P7, Maldi P8, Silex P9, Henry P10, Lotto P11, Maxwell P12, Chaos P13, Maldor P14, Juan P15, Pirlo P16, Rafita P17, P18, and then the 2 DNFs effectively were Kyra and Hussein Kazoi.
I swear Hussein always DNFs.
Oh, Alpha C.
Alpha C seems to be getting really consistent results at the moment.
Yeah, consistent podiums, like I say. Sometimes consistency is key. Consistency on the podium, it's consistent points, and if people are DNFing around him when they're late and winning races at the same time, he's just picking up points. But he's here in the party, Alpha Z. Alpha Z, if you'd like to include your audio, you have got on the podium, obviously with Tendo's 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So I think you got a little bit lucky there with the penalty. But obviously you had to get it within the 5 seconds, which was obviously needed. It seemed like generally quite a quiet race for you there. Yeah, you were behind the leaders, but
after pit stops, he was sort of.
Yeah, and you were ahead of the people behind. So you're a bit of a no man's land, but you still managed to pick up a podium anyway. Give us your race rundown on that, and what happened, especially in that first stint anyway.
Yeah, I don't have much to say. Just I couldn't get the pace with the mediums. Luckily, some people in front crashed, so I got 3 positions there. Then when I got onto the hards, I was in no man's land, just getting passed by people who had faster tires. And happy with the penalty that Mike Tender got.
Yeah, managed to take advantage of that. But that's what you got to do. I mean, speeding in the pit lane. It happens in real life. Yeah,
it does.
You get penalised, so you got no excuses to speed in the pit lane. You speed in the pit lane, you were going to be penalised for it. So only Mick Tanner's got himself to blame for that. But obviously, you took advantage of that, and a podium for you. Obviously, consistency is key right now for you. But yeah, congratulations on your podium.
He is a championship leader as well, Alpha Z. So
there you go then. So
I finished ahead of the rifles. Oh no! Yeah,
that's
I
the
did.
thing. That's all you need to do, really. But yeah, congratulations, obviously, on your podium. But that will end off this week's racing. Obviously, we're in Belgium next week for the Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgian Grand Prix. For next week, obviously, back in the compacts with Pistol and Maldi. Well, Pistol actually is awake. Obviously, back in T1, obviously, for Belgium. So we're going to expect a thriller there. Belgium always delivers the races.
It does.
So we'll look forward to them. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next week for the Belgian Grand Prix. And goodbye.